games that these two teams have played have been just absolutely outstanding. And unfortunately, all three of those really good games just went Evansville's way. So a matchup that is always going to provide a really good game. I think if Florence could play some stout, near-perfect defense, that gives them an extra leg up.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't say that you're not throwing a very good defensive lineup out there. I think there's speed in the outfield. I think you got Schoenfeld back at second base. That provides, a little bit more range at second base. Keenan Taylor made some great plays yesterday, but Schoenfeld obviously just a faster player overall. So I do think that you have a, very good defense. Also kind of headlined right now by the catcher, Zach Beadle, who took a beating yesterday, but, is back out here for back-to-back games. I think that says something, what Toby Hall is seeing from him.
He's taking a beating everywhere. He's thrown a lot of runners out, so he's had to use his arm a decent amount, but a lot of foul balls, a lot of, pitches down on the dirt where he's had to get on his knees and block a lot of balls, but he is someone who's tough. And you made a comment to you about, he signed up for the job. That's what he's signing up for. So I like having Beadle a lot defensively in this lineup. I think especially now Evansville saw him yesterday throw a couple of runners off, so they know that they're going to have to maybe be a step quicker or just a little more hesitant with Zach Beadle behind the plate when they're trying to take bases, because those stolen bases have really impacted games against Florence these last few days.
Yeah, I am excited to see it. We're ready for first pitch here on Throwback Night in the first Rockin' Saturday of 2026. And hopefully it does stay dry out there for the Y'alls to get this game in, or at least get 5 innings in. That would be my hope as well. We're ready for it, and we'll pause on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we get ready to listen for our national anthem when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. Zach Westcott toes the rubber for the Yalls against the 5-2 Evansville Otters. Florence looking for their first win against Evansville in 2026. They're 0-4 against them here just, 7 games into this season. Evansville's, pretty much banking on them for that 5-2 start.
I'd love to see how Evansville does against teams that aren't named the Florence Yalls. We saw the one series earlier this week where they lost the one time they didn't play Florence. But I think these are two very evenly matched teams, and we've seen it in 3 really good matchups so far. But Florence got to have a pretty bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah, especially the way they've lost, right? I mean, no-hitter, walk-off, cough up the game in the top of the 9th here at home. Certainly hasn't been the easiest losses to swallow there, and I'm sure Zach Westcott has that on his mind as well. When he last pitched here against Evansville, he left with the game in his hands, and, they had the lead, but Florence obviously blew it there on that Saturday night game. It was a 6-run lead, obviously the largest blown lead of the season so far. John Ponder, Amani Jones, and Dennis Pierce will lead things off for Evansville. Florence in the baby blue jerseys with baby blue caps. Evansville back to the all gray uniforms with the royal blue caps with gray lids. Gray brims, I should say. You say brims or lids for the top?
This part?
Yeah, I guess
the brims.
It's the brim.
Yeah.
It's the brims. Zach Westcott, obviously the crafty veteran of the Frontier League, pretty much owns every record in Frontier League play. Enters with a 4.15 ERA across 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts. Was pulled there just to get, some of the other relievers in during the first series. I think he had more in him. I think if you ask him, he probably could have gone even, into the 6th inning. I think Toby Hall's, choice there was obviously, yes, to get and see all the other relievers, but didn't want him to see the lineup the 3rd time through.
Yeah, I don't think that should come as really a huge surprise to anybody. You also, Westcott, he acts as now the, player, coach, pitching coordinator on this team too. So you kind of have to balance a little bit. You want to stay on the mound, but you have the same interest of trying to get as many relief pitchers in there as possible. First
pitch misses high and inside at 6:37. Just a minute off schedule.
Now, Rory, though, you're 7 games in. I think you know what you have in your bullpen. Now you say Zach can go get it.
Including a few moves today. The 1-0 swing and a miss on the off speed. And we had a lot of moves today, including the contract purchase of Bradley Wilson by the Toronto Blue Jays. So Bradley Wilson gets picked up into affiliated ball. We were kind of saying that all off season, that, if he has a good few starts out the gate, he's going to look good. Well, we were wrong on one point, is that it only took 1 start that he needed to get picked up, and 8 strikeouts, only allowed 3 runs, but he looked otherwise great against Mississippi. So congratulations to him. And then Campbell Spradling traded to the Oakland Ballers of the Pioneer League. That one misses inside. It's a 3-1 count. Traded to the Oakland Ballers for a player to be named later. Florence then adds Travis Phelps, the right-handed pitcher. 3-1 count. Westcott delivers. Fastball misses upstairs. 74 miles per hour there. Trying to go with an off-speed top zone. That brings John Ponder over towards first base. A leadoff walk to open up the ball game.
That's Westcott's first walked batter of the season. He really does not walk a whole lot. ...156 games started his career, 317 walks. That's about 2 per game.
And yet he's still, I believe, the all-time walk leader for the Frontier League. Now it misses downstairs. Trying to find the zone here early. Florence, also can't really get behind early. It might be the key to this game might be to get ahead early and then not have to go into the 9th inning if the game just gets rained out in the 5th. You don't have to worry about the bullpen if you just go 5.
That's what I was going to say. Unfortunately, it would have benefited Florence these last few games.
They certainly would love to have ended them on that. That one skied out towards left field. Ponder will have to retreat back to first base, making the grab Marcus Brodell for the first out of the ballgame. Let's take a look at that Yalls defense. Brodell out in left field. Tucker in center, Brendan Bobo in right field. In the infield, it's Broussard at the hot corner, Baker back over at shortstop, Schoenfeld returning to the defense there over at second, the captain Hank Zeisler at first, and Zach Beadle, once again the catcher behind the plate. Dennis Pierce digs in the righty's batter's box.
That exact at-bat from Westcott, expect a lot of that. Might be some deep flyouts.
Pierce 0 for 4 yesterday with a run scored, 2 walks. I completely agree there. That one misses inside. A 1-0 count to the big hitter Pierce, who's hitting .320 entering today. Westcott allowed the 1 home run at Bosse Field. The 1-0 swing and a miss.
Yeah, similarly to Mississippi, this top of the lineup is really tough to navigate. It's probably not as good as Mississippi's, but where Evansville kind of sets themselves apart is to get to the bottom third of the lineup, it's still tough.
Ponder takes off over at first. The pitch in there for a strike. Throw down. Tag applied. Off the bag and in time. Zach Beadle. I mean, can you even think about running on him at this point?
I'm trying to go back. That's the
how many caught stealing or pickoffs are we going to have in the first inning?
Rory, the last 4 games, including this one here at home, the leadoff batter got on base and got either picked off or caught stealing.
That's amazing. That is just amazing. Dennis Pierce with a 2-2 count on him. 2 away and the base is empty. 2-2 pitch. Croaked down the right field line. Bounces up and over onto the kid zone in fair territory. Will be ruled a ground rule double. First time you're seeing that. That very small wall over there in the kid zone. It's the only place not protected by netting, really, along with the y'all's bullpen over down the left field side. 2-out double. Now a runner in scoring position. Brings up Logan Brown. He had plenty of doubles yesterday. 3. His first 3 plate appearances. Westcott trying to strand a runner in scoring position early. First pitch, that one's spanked down the right field line. That one's foul, though. Still up and over onto the kid zone.
Just a couple of pitches inside to both Pierce and Brown. 2 dangerous guys that you just cannot mess around with.
Yeah, Brown was a guy you didn't really want to face either.
No.
Game on the line. Working on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-1, high and inside. Zach Westcott does like to switch up his glove color.
Okay.
I believe he went to the red last time as well, so he's back in the red. But sometimes he'll pull out that teal glove. He's got an all teal glove. The 1-1 grounder over towards Tyler Schoenfeld. Picks it up. Throw on to first is in time. And a very good inning from Zach Westcott to open the ballgame, stranding a runner in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the first. Let's see what Florence can do on their half of the ball when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Bottom of the first of Y'alls and Otters. First chance for the Florence bets. And, of course, all bottom of the first innings are brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today.
Florence gets going after a nice inning from Zach Westcott. Not a 1-2-3 inning, but still limited some damage there. Stranded a runner in scoring position. Able to get some weak contact against the top of the order for Evansville. Let's see what the Y'all's top of the order can do. Schoenfeld, Tucker, Zeisler will be the first three to face Ben Pxp, the right-hander on the mound for Evansville. His only start this season was against Florence. Didn't earn a decision. 5 innings pitched. 4 2/3 innings pitched. 4 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned. 2 walks and 4 Ks. Tyler Schoenfeld, good to have him back in the lineup. He's been dealing with an illness. First pitch to him, high and away. But it was great seeing him in that ball game yesterday. I think that's just a testament to what he's willing to do for this team.
It was a fun surprise, a little WWE style, too. We didn't even know if he was in the ballpark or not.
It would have been great if they, have the stone cold smash and he just came out to pinch run. Unfortunately, Florence couldn't put him across. He was in scoring position with nobody out. But it was a bloop pop fly in the in the infield from Keenan Taylor, a strikeout looking from Brodell, and then a tough strikeout from Zach Beadle that ended that ball game right after. 2-1, Schoenfeld watches it outside. 91 miles per hour there from Ben Pxp. I thought he had a decent arsenal last Saturday in Bosse Field. It's extremely different facing someone at Bosse Field versus here in Florence. Yes, we know the ball flies, but you just see things, I think, better here than you would at Bosse Field. Bosse Field doesn't really have a batter's eye. And if you ever go there, you'll see like almost just the back of 2 posters, like billboards that are green, and then there's a white building behind them that's in between it, so it's really hard to see. 2-2, missing downstairs. Full count. Florence, not a big batter's eye either, but still better than just white.
It does the job.
Oh, yeah. I hung it. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs. Leadoff walk. Same thing for Evansville. Let's see if Florence can bring him across.
Schoenfeld doing Schoenfeld things. Really good at bat. I mean, he goes down 1-2.
We knew we would see them in the lineup at the same time. I didn't expect Schoenfeld and Tucker to bat 1-2. I thought we were going to see a 1 and a 9.
Yeah.
But they keep Dylan Baker down there in the 9 spot. I thought he's been doing very well. Schoenfeld, you think he just wanted to come back. He said, I can't let Jackson Tucker get too far ahead of me in stolen bases.
We'll see.
Schoenfeld obviously going to be nearing the Y'all's all-time record very soon. He already notched the single season record his first season. Pickoff throw over there, and Schoenfeld easily wiped off the base path. They caught him bouncing around.
We have seen a lot of that the first 5 home games now of the year for Florence.
Pretty amazing.
And both teams, really.
Yeah, well, both teams now. Schoenfeld does that. I think, if you know that he's doing that, maybe Evansville sets up their own play that's, glove flip from the catcher or just some feel from the pitcher. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 count to Jackson Tucker. But that was definitely an easy out for Ben Pxp. So the base is empty and 1 away. That one bounces in the dirt. Didn't even really have a call from the umpire before Schoenfeld was already running back to
he knew. I don't think he even got back to the bag, really.
Yeah.
There was that awkward stumble back.
From the windup, 2-1 to Tucker. Grounds it right side. Fielded on the backhand from Pierce. Race to the base. Sliding from Tucker. And he's not able to get there in time. That's a dangerous play.
That's an early slide, too, from Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, it ends up being a really good play by Pierce. And Pxp does his job to cover. But watch how early Tucker slides.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that understanding the field a little bit, too? We talk about, just so many guys overslide bags here because
Yeah.
of how slick the turf is and how light it is, how easy it is to glide.
How buttery it is.
Buttery.
That's the
Good.
word. One misses upstairs. 90 miles per hour at the head of Hank Zeisler. He's had a tremendous start to the season. In 393 entering today. The 1-0, swing and a miss. A lot of people's choice today for a home run on the leaderboard. I don't know if Kurt got one in. And if he reads those new rules, he'll realize he might be disqualified. 1-1. Misses outside. Two one. Misses. Hank Zeisler's worked a 3-1 count with 2 away and the base is empty. Pxp winds and delivers the 3-1 pitch, misses upstairs. Florence with their second walk of the inning. Only one base runner right now to show for it. Gonna bring up Brendan Bobo with 2 away. Let's take a look at the defense for Evansville. Robertson making his first start of the season out in left field. Ponder in center, Vyers in right. Cruz over at the hot corner today. Salvaggio still at short. Jones at second and Pierce at first. Still Logan Brown behind the plate. Brendan Bobo's kind of rebounded after a tough start actually in Evansville. Now hitting .267 with 3 home runs, including a monstrous shot just last night.
And not much offense came after that 3-run shot for Bobo, too.
Second-year pro out of Santa Cruz, California. Has an 0-1 count on him. The 0-1 pitch roped into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Station to station for Hank Zeisler and Bobo. First and second now. 2 away for Zade Richardson.
That was through the shift, too, Rory. I mean, we've seen teams just shift Bobo a little bit more and more, but you hit it that hard, a 101 off the bat, not much a shift could do.
Was able to get a pitch on the outer half there, too. Pull side. Good piece of hitting. Off speed, 1451 on a spin rate. It's pretty interesting. One that was 87 miles per hour is extra interesting. First pitch to Richardson, grounds it slowly over towards the third baseman. Cruz has a throw on to first is in time, and that will end the inning. Pxp gives up a hit and 2 walks, but he strands runners on base. We head to the top of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. top half of the second inning. It's 0-0 here at Thomas More Stadium. Zach Westcott back out for another inning of work. Off speed. Misses at the top of the zone. Westcott on the first base side of the rubber. 0-0 game on our Thomas More scoreboard. Big swing and a miss there, 1-1. Let's take a look at our umpire intro, always brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good even the umpire won't miss a thing. Got the same crew as we've had all week, just a different rotation. That one's grounded foul. Umpire behind home plate today, Rudy Bosk. Down the first baseline, Jeff Osborne, and down the third baseline, the crew chief, Henry Schmulowitz. Bosk was the umpire with the emphatic strike 3 call. That was obviously in an 18 strikeout game just for the Yalls. Not to mention that Bradley Wilson on the other side had 8 Ks of his own. Here's the 1-2, misses outside. 2-2 count. So we saw that emphatic strike 3 call a lot. Unfortunately, we did find out it was Rudy Bosk that did not have that call over at first base. That one's roped into center field. Tucker coming in on it, and it hangs up just in time for him to get the ball. First out of the inning. Nice play there, and first step from Jackson Tucker. Take another look at it. Yeah, just a really good first step.
It's hard to tell in such a short span, but the amount of speed that Tucker has is really game-changing in center field. It's a lot like Shaneyfelt playing center, but having them both now, Shaneyfelt being able to cover a lot of ground at second base too, it's going to make an impact. Tucker might have a little bit better of an arm than Shaneyfelt too when it comes to the outfield.
First pitch to the lefty Robertson. How about this addition? Robertson is massive. This is his first plate appearance with the Evansville Otters, signed yesterday. 6'5", 230 in the lefty batter's box. 0-1, grounds it, foul.
Not a first baseman or a pitcher either. He's an outfielder at 6'5".
That is amazing.
He's got a little Aaron Judge in him.
I thought it was, on first look, it looked like the guy from Mississippi. The first baseman from Mississippi that we faced just a little bit ago, the cleanup hitter. Already forgot his name.
Jack Holman.
Jack Holman. 0-2, misses. Special thanks to Marlise Zeisler letting us know that our audio's looking good on HTN. Big swing and a miss, the first K of the day for Zach Westcott. Good way to start off the second inning.
Yeah, really nothing crazy for Westcott. He's just going to keep pounding the zone. Sometimes as a hitter, it becomes too much. And just because he doesn't have awesome strikeout stuff doesn't mean he doesn't mix his pitches really well. A simple fastball, curve, changeup, arsenal.
Well, he's done something right. He's obviously the strikeout leader in Frontier League history. I'd like to know how many the most amount of strikeouts he's had in his career in a single game. That one's skied high left side. Broussard and Baker going at it. Baker calls off Broussard in shallow left field. He makes the grab for the second out of the inning. For the final out of the inning. Sorry, we're worried about the audio there and lost track of count. That'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of 2 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the second inning. Let's take a look at our Thomas More scoreboard, always brought to you by Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. It's 0-0 right now between the Florence Yalls and Evansville Otters, game 2 of the 3-game series. Florence got 2 walks and a single in the inning. They stranded 2 runners on. So saw Pxp a little bit early. Let's see if Garrett Broussard, Zach Beadle, and Marcus Brodell can try and take advantage of that. Got 4 Bs to end the lineup. Broussard, Beadle, Brodell, and Baker.
Rory, I've been waiting to bring this up. There are just a ton of Bs with the position players on this team.
Not to mention Brendan Bobo, 2 batters before.
Well, we talk about the left side of the infield, the battle with Broussard, Blomquist, and Baker. But you also have Bobo in the outfield, Brodell in the outfield, and Beadle behind the plate.
There you go. That one misses high and inside. A 1-1 count to Broussard.
It's hard because when you put together stats and it's in alphabetical order by last name, it's like Baker and Brodell are separated by like 5 guys.
1-1 misses outside.
Useless stats.
Nobody on the pitching staff. Had Bradley Wilson. We still have Blake Dunn and not their last names. Guess those count, though. 3-1 count to Broussard. He's had an incredible start to the season. 318, 385 on base, and a 545 slugging. 3-1 pitch, high and inside. A 5-pitch walk to open up the ball game. Now the 3rd walk from Pxp.
Yeah, that sub he's got to fix pretty quick. Florence wasn't able to take advantage of the first inning, but would have if Sandyfeld didn't get picked off of first base. They likely would have had a run. Large in part thanks to 2 walks in the first 3 batters.
Zach Beadle with a 3-hit day yesterday, including a 2-run double, which he hit out of the ballpark, but John Ponder brought it back in and then couldn't survive the ground on the catch.
It's a pretty remarkable play.
Yeah, that was a remarkable play from yesterday's ball game. So had the home run distance yesterday, just was robbed.
Again, to a pretty deep part of the park. It was right near that pitch clock out in left field, left center.
The 1-0 high. How about us having our radar gun screen back out in right field?
Oh, wow. It's the first time I've noticed.
Well, like I said, it used to be in the fence.
In the fence.
And, we had a sign cut out. We had, chain link cut out for it. But now with the new padded fencing, it's all pads there, and you can't cut out anything. So we had to figure out another place to put it. Looks like they put it just on the Velcro board over there, and then, are kind of keeping it up with one of those Ragin' Cajun cans that you'll see all around the ballpark.
It's good stuff from the Stadium Ops crew.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. The true heart and soul of the team, Zach, Corey, and their interns. Corey was, testing it out earlier today, and at one point it wasn't working, and he said, maybe we're not throwing 60 miles an hour, or it's just not on. That one's sky high behind home plate, removing the mask. Brown heading towards the net. Looks like he has room, and he makes the grab. What a great play from Logan Brown. Now in career professional game, 501. And I think that shows a little bit that veteran presence behind the plate.
Yeah, just really calm, well done. Throws the mask.
I actually hated fouling out more than I did striking out. It's just like, man, you don't leave the box. You're like, ugh, I feel awful. At least on a strikeout, you're out.
Well, what's the rules of these intramural softball? Is there a foul limit?
There is a foul limit. And don't ask me. I'm certainly not touching that one. But a lot of players on the team have. GM Max Johnson included. Corey, Matt, who was a college baseball player. And in the first game I saw him, I think he struck out twice. And I was like, what is going on?
Well, at the intramural softball at college, it was just if you have 2 strikes, you foul. A foul is a strike always. So 2 strikes, you foul a ball, you're done.
Yep.
And
so
I
you
always
get
felt
one
like
strike and a foul.
That was more frustrating. Maybe not that it's striking out first slow pitch softball, because I don't think there's anything more embarrassing than that. But
hey, he's got a mean 12-foot arc. 2-1 count to the lefty Brodell. Runner on first and Broussard and one away. The bottom half of the second. Grounds it over towards the second baseman. Toss to second one. Relay over to first is not going to be in time. Brodell legs it out to break up the double play.
A little bit of a late transfer from Salvaggio, the shortstop, but I don't think that would have been enough anyway with Brodell's speed.
Also thought, the bounces I think helped out a little bit. Just Jones had to wait on it before it got down.
This is a little, who was it, Braylon Skinner mindset from Mississippi. Just drill the ball into the ground as hard as you can and beat it out.
Yes. Brings up Dylan Baker, the bottom of the order. Florence now officially going through here. First time around the order. Baker, first pitch in there for a strike. Not a strike three call there. Still emphatic from Rudy Bosk.
I don't think we've seen it yet, have we?
No, we've not.
It isn't wrong anyone up.
0-1 off speed in there for a strike. 79 miles per hour. Baker 0 for 4 yesterday. Dropped his batting average down to 238.
It's going to happen early in the season. Using a lot of volatility in the batting averages.
No doubt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Skies it foul and stays alive. That was 89 on the outer half. No rain yet, Ben.
No.
Some dark clouds above, but
I'll tell you what, it's officially 7:07.
Oh my gosh, the rain is coming down. I'm now seeing it.
I did the same thing. It's the honor.
Yeah. Runner takes off. Ooh, that one runs inside and hits Baker. He wears it easily and is just going to walk down unscathed. You got to feel good for Baker there. I mean, 0-2, he gets out of it and finds himself on first.
That pitch never had a chance, too. Breaking ball, hit him square on the back.
A hit by pitch always brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. When life throws a fastball at your ride, make sure to head over to Airport Paint and Body for a free quote today. AirportPaintandBody.com. They'll smooth it out for you. Tyler Schoenfeld will step back in. He walked, was picked off just an inning ago. Runners first and second and 2 away. That one slips out of the hands of Pxp. Is that what we're seeing? The rain, affecting the ball a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say the good thing about Thomas More Stadium, you're not playing with real grass, real dirt, so you don't have to worry about the field as much when it comes to the rain. But still, if it's coming down too hard, it's just tough for the pitchers to get a grip.
1-0, punches it out towards center field. In comes Ponder. He's able to make the grab again, hanging up just long enough for the center fielder to grab it. Florence strands runners on first and second once again. We head to the top of 3. It's time for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third inning always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today online at roarins.com. Nothing between the Yalls and the Otters. I like Jay Warford commenting to us on Twitter. Imagine having a mound visit from your pitching coach literally after every pitch. Let's go, Zach. That is obviously the pitching coordinator for the Yalls. There's a line drive that finds its way into left center field all the way to the wall. A leadoff double from TJ Salvaggio. That's how the top of the third will start.
That's actually something I haven't thought about. Now it's different that Westcott doesn't make the pitching, the mound meetings, but you know,
I wonder if he ever will.
Yeah. You know, it's like, man, I could really use some words of encouragement from my pitching coach right now, and it's like, I'm all I got right now.
It's me. You know, what can I do? Jordan Vyers, the lefty, digs in. That rain still ever so steadily. It's not like it's pouring. Just a little drizzle.
A little bit. I think it's enough to affect some pitches.
Yeah.
You already saw it from Pxp on the other side.
Evansville has 2 hits. 2 hits for Evansville. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. The way it works, I read a question, top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_Yalls. Question is live there. You can comment your guess in the comment section. I'll shout you out here on the broadcast. You can also, if you're tuning in on our Florence Yalls radio stream, comment in the live chat, and I'll be able to see that and shout you out on the broadcast as well. Ben, are you ready? You had a win yesterday.
I'm even if I kind of just, I don't know if I backpedaled into the win, just luckily walked into the win yesterday, but we all got there none all the same.
Yeah.
So,
nonetheless, you were there.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, you were there. There's a broken bat single into right field for a base hit. Runner will go first and third. Salvaggio just moving the one base.
Yeah, a little late jump there from Salvaggio. I think he was just confused with the bat broken. It took him a minute to realize that ball had no chance to be caught.
Westcott in some trouble here. Runners first and third with nobody out in the top of the order coming up for Evansville. Let's see if he can work any of that Houdini magic to try and get out of this. John Ponder walked and was caught stealing in the first inning. So our question of the day, always brought to you by the Roar Agency. Tettemer trivia. Can you name the only 4 rookies in Major League Baseball history with 8+ home runs and 23+ RBIs before the month of May even starts? Can you name the only 4 rookies in Major League Baseball history with 8+ homers, 23 RBIs before May? My hint, one was in 2001, the other 2014, 2019, and this year in 2026. 1-0 misses outside.
Do we get leagues for these guys?
If you end up needing them, I'll give you them.
Okay. The 1, 14, 19, 26.
The 2-0 misses upstairs. 0-1, I mean, an incredible 2 rookies that won it. Won the Rookie of the Year.
Well, I know Sal Stewart had 8 home runs by the beginning of May.
How many is he at now, 10?
11, I think.
Grounder over towards Schoenfeld. Tossed to second one. Relay to first is in time. 4-6-3 double play. Florence trades 2 for 1. They do give up a run there to Evansville, who takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of 3. But I think if you're Zach Westcott, you got to be happy to get that.
Yeah, you are. I mean, 9-inning game, you got to think you get a little bit of help from your offense. And you're only 6 outs in, so. Wipe the bases clean, get out of the inning.
Yep.
Give your offense a chance.
So 4-6-3.
2001.
Yep. 14, 19, 26, and 2001.
Who was a rookie in 2001?
0-1 count to the batter. Amani Jones in the lefty batter's box. 0-1 fouls it away.
Ichiro rookie around then? When did he retire?
That one skied foul again, the 0-2. Yep, Ichiro a rookie around then. Got some good guesses already coming in.
Ichiro and Sal are two I just feel really good about right after the game. Don't think it's Kevin McGonigal.
You're saying Ichiro and Sal are
two I feel good about.
two you feel good about. 0-2, sky high. Left side, Dylan Baker. Out in shallow left field, making the grab to end the inning. Well, you guys will have until 2 away here in the bottom half of the third. A run comes across for Evansville. Let's see if Florence can get it back when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third inning, Evansville leads 1-0. Jackson Tucker will lead things off for Florence. First pitch to him, high and inside. We're still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. Question was, only 4 players, or 4 rookies in Major League Baseball history with 8+ home runs and 23 RBIs before May. Can you name all 4? 2001, 2014, 2019, and 2026. The Tettemer trivia question of the day. 1-1 count to Tucker.
So here's the thing. The early years, like I don't know exactly who was a rookie in 2001 or 14.
Grounder left side, backhand play from Salvaggio. Long throw to first, not in time for the speedy Tucker. Leads things off with an infield single. Florence with their 3rd inning in a row with the leadoff runner aboard. Haven't been able to do anything with him. In fact, haven't even moved him over to second yet.
Yeah, I think Shady Fell getting picked off in the first inning was a big part of that. But speed kills for Florence. I like the early returns. I mean, it's so early to tell, but I like the early returns of having both Schoenfeld and Tucker at the top of the lineup. Even if it means putting Zeisler, Bobo, Richardson down a spot.
Yeah, they've both been on once. Zeisler and Bobo also got on, so can't complain there. Tucker with a lean over towards second, and he takes off the first pitch and misses downstairs. Throw down to second. I don't think a tag applied, yeah. Tucker in there safely, his 5th stolen base of the season. That's a team high and moves himself into scoring position. So how about that, an infield single that he's able to essentially turn into a double.
It's pretty good.
Zeisler, that was a ball, a 1-0 count.
And Tucker's had 100 of those in his college career, so I don't think it's any surprise. It's kind of a big reason why he's here.
That one misses inside, or gets called inside, yeah.
But back to my point, I think there's. I don't really know who had a really good rookie year. I'm trying to think, like 14. Is Jose Altuve? Is someone like Jose Altuve a rookie around that time? trying to think of Jose Abreu could have been a rookie around that time. Freddie Freeman, rookie around that. There's a lot of good options.
I shall say nothing. Got a lot of good guesses already rolling through.
And the 19, Juan Soto. Did they won the World Series in Juan Soto's rookie year? I'm gonna lock my 2 in, Sal and Ichiro.
Sal and Ichiro. You like those two?
Well,
Ichiro, no doubt a rookie in 2001. Did he come over? Did he come over from Japan swinging for the fences?
Yeah, I don't know what that doesn't feel good at all. I just thought a rookie in 2001. I'm not even thinking home runs.
You know he has the power. Have you ever seen him take BP? He's just cranking the ball out all the time.
Yeah.
Check swing doesn't go around.
The thing is,
now a full count to Zeisler.
He's the one guy that I could tell you, because you confirmed it to me, the one guy that I could tell you was a rookie in 2001. I feel like I have to stick with it. Abreu feels good in 14 because I know out of all the guys that could have been a rookie around that, I do know, hearing at least, that Abreu had a really good rookie season.
Payoff pitch, fouled it away.
19 Soto is just the gut, the first thing that comes to mind. I think those 4 are what I'm leaning right now.
Full count to Zeisler with a runner on second and nobody out here in the bottom half of the third. A 1-0 lead for Evansville on our Thomas More scoreboard. Kick the payoff pitch, grounder up the middle and through for a base hit. Tucker on his way, already rounding third. He'll come in to score. Hank Zeisler ties this game up in the bottom of the third. It's 1-1.
It's a really good piece of hitting. Tucker was already on his way to third, too. Would have loved to see if he would have got there, but I'd love to see that run a little bit more. It's another really good piece of hitting for Zeisler. Showed the power early in this homestand. Now he's just showing some really good at-bats. Up the middle approach. Really like what I see.
I'm really looking over. It's now the second time someone said that they can hear the stadium sound, but not me on the broadcast. So I hope you guys are tuning in and can hear me. Obviously, everyone on the y'all's radio stream can hear. That one's in there for a strike, swing and a miss to Brendan Bobo. A 1-1 ball game. Runner takes off. Zeisler in without a throw. Stolen base for Hank Zeisler to move into scoring position. Trying to figure out what's going on with the audio. Look over at second. Kick the swing and a miss to Brendan Bobo. 2-2 count. 1-1 ball game. That one's a called strike 3 on the outer half. Few inches off the plate there. On an off speed, no less. That puts down Brendan Bobo. First called strike looking. We got to see that emphatic punch out there from Rudy Bosk. That's the first K of the day for Pxp.
Would love to see an emphatic out call for Bosk last night, too, the ninth inning.
I would have loved to see that, too. So there's just back-to-back calls that Bosk has missed. That one, a few inches off the plate. However, we know that he did favor that outer half in his first game.
Right. An outer half to lefties. It was a big point of contention.
Nick Thurling and Charles Butler tuning in from Windy City. 2 former Florence Yells.
Okay, well, you have these somewhat technical difficulties. I will lock in my answer. Abreu, Ichiro, Sal Stewart, Juan Soto.
And Juan Soto. Let's start. So we have your guess. Still got one away here, so you guys can get your guesses in, although it's got to be quick. Tyler Douglas said Sal Stewart, Ichiro, Bellinger. Didn't give a fourth. Zach Drury said Carlos Pena, Justin Upton, Cody Bellinger, Sal Stewart. It's a 1-1 count to Richardson. Look over at second. Pickoff attempt, had to throw it. No one was covering. Just a loop throw to the second baseman, Jones. And we do have Rich Tettemer, who said Albert Pujols, Trevor Story, Aaron Judge, and Munetaka Murakami. He said all guesses there. And then I believe we have one answer on Twitter as well from Soul J. Swinging to miss, bottom of the zone from Richardson. 1-2 count. Albert Pujols, Jose Abreu, Pete Alonso, and Sal Stewart. Sorry, actually, strikeout there for Richardson. Back-to-back Ks from Pxp. So now with 2 away, we can get to our answer. We do have a correct answer in the chat. I believe Soul J is a part of the Webster family. I just looking at their following, seems like they follow the Y'all's home team and then Louisville. I'm assuming that's got to be Evan Webster. It might be Evan Webster himself tuning in. Obviously not on the bump today, but he's also an avid trivia fan. We have Rich Tettemer, Zach Drury, Tyler Douglas, and Ben Howler all with guesses, plus Soul J as well. We do have a correct answer in the chat. Ben, you were 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Rich Tettemer was 1 for 4. Tyler Douglas, believe also 2 for 4. Actually just 1 for 4. And Zach Drury, 1 for 4 as well. But the person that's 4 for 4 was Soul J. Albert Pujols, Jose Abreu, Pete Alonso, and Sal Stewart this season. For Stewart, he was just incredible in the month of April and was able to get 8 home runs and 23 RBIs. So congratulations to Soul J5 on Twitter. That's our winner for today.
Impressive.
Got him pretty quickly, too. Pretty quickly. No one misses upstairs. Now, if you think of it, Albert Pujols and Ichiro, obviously the rookie of the years in 2001.
Terrible guess.
He didn't know anyone else.
That's true.
Jose Abreu, you mentioned, had a very good rookie year, and that's just one to get out there. And then Pete Alonso, obviously his rookie season, but 54 cranks. Probably got a good amount of those before May. That one's a called strike, top of the zone. Broussard was ready to get rid of the shin guard as well. Full count. 2 away and a runner on second in a 1-1 ball game.
When was Juan Soto even a rookie in 19?
He probably was. That's when they won the World Series. And I believe he was a rookie that year. That was the first year of Bryce Harper. The payoff pitch misses high and inside. That one's not going to be called strike. Nice job there from Broussard to stay calm, not go chasing on the high fastball. I know sometimes when you think you already are walking, you can get jumpy and swing at the very next pitch. But a good job there staying patient. Runners first and second now for Zach Beadle. He popped out in foul territory his first time up. A lot of walks so far for Pxp. That's his 4th already, just 2 2/3 through this ball game. Off speed in there for a strike to Beadle. 3-hit day yesterday. A 1 count. Zeisler out on second. He tied the ball game with an RBI single that scored Jackson Tucker. That one's skied high, shallow center field. Jones, Ponder, and Salvaggio going at it. Salvaggio that makes the grab to end the inning. Florence gets that one right back. We head to the top of the 4th. A tie ball game here at Thomas More Stadium. When we return, it's Ben Howler on the mic. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Y'all's baseball coming up.
Well, thanks to the likes of Jackson Tucker and Haig Zeisler, now we got an even score third of the way through. Florence Y'all's Evansville Otters, game 2 of a 3-game set. Before we wrap up Florence's homestand, they'll head to Washington next week. Zach Westcott back out to the mound. First time he's pitched in a tie game since the first. First pitch he's called a strike right on the outside corner. Dennis Pierce, Logan Brown, Mark Black. 3, 4, 5 in the Evansville lineup. It was Pierce who hit that opposite way ground rule double out into the kids zone. Breaking ball runs outside, 1 ball, 1 strike in his first at bat. So he's 1 for 1 after a rare 0 for 4 day yesterday. Did reach on a couple of walks. Got that batting average down from 381 to just 320 now. Fastball looked like it might have dotted up the corner, but Boss says just a bit off the plate. Westcott now down 2-1. Surrendered his first run to the game. Westcott did in the third. Fastball up and in for a ball. It was a 4-6-3 double play with runners on first and third that brought a run home off the bat of John Ponder. Hitters count here for Pierce to start off the fourth. Hard foul ball on a grounder right towards the Florence dugout. Counts now full.
Special shout out to Jason Evans, U2P. Said, just started following the Y'alls. Lifelong Red/Bats fan. Started researching independent leagues and I'm hooked. Already bought tickets to a few games. Well, we appreciate you, Jason. Who wouldn't be a fan of a team named after a water tower?
Not me. Certainly a fan. Payoff pitch incoming. Westcott out of the stretch. High, shallow left center. Baker going back. Tucker coming in. Jackson Tucker has got another run for out number 1.
What a smooth grab there from Jackson Tucker. I mean, full speed. He's going as fast as possible, and still just to stick the glove up, be right there for it. It's a heck of a play.
We know Tyler Shadyfeld can play anywhere. Jackson Tucker's looked as good as they come in center field in his last few starts. That's one down. Logan Brown, the cleanup man. Nobody on base in a tied 1-1 game of the fourth. Breaking ball's low. Brown 0 for 1 with the ground out to second. But, you see comments like that, a good amount. Baseball is just such a, in my opinion, such an awesome sport because there is literally no shortage of it anywhere in this country. Check swing, got a pitch downstairs. They say he didn't go. Pitch was in the dirt. Called ball now 2-0. I mean, the amount of, minor leagues, independent leagues there are, it truly is awesome. And people still love it at any level. 2-0 fastball off the plate. Some of the coolest baseball atmospheres I've seen have been the collegiate summer leagues. Westcott.
There's a lot of those.
Started at 3-0. Yeah, a ton of summer collegiate leagues. Get me over fastball. Just catches a piece of the upper part. Didn't walk any batters in his first start. And he started off this game with a walk to John Ponder. Just has the one. He's got back-to-back 3-1 counts now, though. Now on the Evansville catcher, Logan Brown. Kicks and fires the 3-1. Brown fouls it back. He's worked full again. A lot of good ones in the area, too. Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. Florence are kind of the in-between. It's kind of the in-between. You got the Great Lakes League and then also the Coastal Plains League. 3-2 breaking ball. Just ran inside Westcott. Even a little bit of a hand gesture to the home plate umpire, Rudy Bosk, says, where'd that miss? But that is a 7-pitch walk to Logan Brown. And a second walk of the game for Westcott. It's another interesting thing being a player coach because typically the coaches have a lot more leash with umpires in terms of talking to them and understanding things. This one's hit high in the air, stay in the infield. Broussard and Shaney felt both over right into the shortstop position and gloved by, that's Baker rather, not Broussard, for the second out. Brown will have to stay put at first base. But, you're Westcott, you're a pitcher. Umpires don't love when pitchers argue about calls. They usually like it to be the catcher or the coaches. Well, Westcott is the pitching coach for Florence, so Does he have that same leash? Is he still allowed to talk to the umpires like that?
I was wondering what happens if literally yesterday I was like, well, what if Westcott got tossed? You know,
Yeah.
is he suspended a coach's game, or is he suspended a player's game?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
First pitch foul back here from Blake Robertson. Just his second plate appearance as an honor. He struck out at his first. Takes the 0-1 outside. It's a really interesting point. I would think player. I don't know.
Maybe it depends on which role he gets tossed in.
Any other of the
from
4
the bench
games,
or
right.
yeah.
1-1 fastball, punch the other way. Westcott back had the count 1-2, but you did see. I mean, Westcott threw out both arms after the ball 4. Said where to miss.
I think he's earned that right.
Certainly. He's definitely earned it more than any other player in the league. I think even more than many coaches in the league. Runner on first, 2 outs. Tie game, top of the 4th, 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball, right in that same spot of the net near the Florence dugout. Bat boy Joe getting the steps in behind the plate.
He's always getting some steps in.
Robertson had a very successful college career early. Newcomer of the year in the Big 12 when he played for Oklahoma. Just catches a piece of another 1-2. And hits looks like the shit at Beetle behind the plate. He's just getting beat up once again. Goes to the backstop, keeps Robertson alive. But that was back when Oklahoma was in the Big 12. It's a really good conference to get Big 12 Newcomer of the Year, an award like that. That's back when they had Oklahoma and Texas, too. 2 great programs. Try 1-2 again. This one hit hard, but on the ground. It shifted that way was Shadyfelt. Stops it on an E and throws to first in time for out number 3. Zach Westcott thanks the shift there and his defense. Shadyfelt makes a nice play. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the 4th, Florence looking for their first lead of the game. They jumped out before their opponent in 3 of their last 4. Ben Pxp back out to the mound for Evansville. It's 1-1 between the Yalls and the Otters. 8-9-1 in the Florence lineup. Both teams got their lone runs in the 3rd innings, respectively. Westcott worked out of a little bit of trouble in the top of the 4th, just around a Logan Brown walk. Here's Brodell, Baker, Shadyfelt for Florence. First pitch of the inning comes in, punched the other way by Brodell. A little late on it, foul ball. Brodell's 0 for 1, bounced it to a 4-6 fielder's choice, but was able to make sure it wasn't a double play with his speed. And he's got a lot of it. Hits one the other way. Fair ball right past the glove of Cruz, who dove at it towards the line all the way in the corner, and Robertson just now picks it up, has trouble with it. Brodell cruises into second with a lead-off double. Florence has now put the leadoff runner on in all 4 innings so far today. That's just the second Florence base hit for Marcus Brodell.
Yeah, that's amazing. That was a really good piece of hitting right there from Brodell the other way, down the line and all the way in the corner. Kind of was just, knew he was getting a double there, jogged all the way in. I think he might have even been able to try and at least attempt 3. I don't know if he would have got it. Taking a hard turn around, gone back.
It felt like he made his decision right when he turned first base that he didn't think he was going to have a chance. So he slowed up a little bit there. They'll try for third, especially to lead off inning. Runner on second, and now the 9-hitter Dylan Baker. We're squares around to bunt. Pulled it back. Pitch was above his head, and Brown faked like he was going to throw to second. Nobody covering. So corners will pinch in here. Cruz at third and Pierce at first base after Baker shows bunt. 1-0 pitch, does square down a bunt, one hop, picked up by the pitcher. It's a good one, miscommunication, and I think it was touched in fair territory, so fair ball. Brodell gets to third, and Baker's into first with a bunt single and a beauty.
Take another look at this on the replay. Really good job from Baker. I don't know if he meant it more as a bunt single or just trying to get the runner over and is, 90 feet away, but either way it works out for him.
I just wanted to make sure that it actually was touched. It didn't take a weird hop. It was indeed touched by, it looked like, the pitcher, Pxp. So, prime opportunity for Florence to take their first lead. First and third, nobody out. 1-1 game here at the bottom of the fourth. At the top of the lineup, Tyler Shadyfeld. First offering, fastball off the plate for ball one. 89 miles an hour on the fastball for Pxp. So it's down a couple ticks from the opening innings where he was sitting about 91. Shadyfeld will walk and a fly out to center today. Now fastball opposite side, this time inside, and Shadyfeld's up 2-0. There's 2 RBIs of the young season for Shadyfeld. This is his 6th start out of 8 games. Missed the last 2 due to illness before he pinch ran yesterday. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is a strike, and the throw is bounced to second base, but the runner slid off the bag. Baker had second base, but slid a little too far. Slick conditions here in the rain, and they're able to apply the tag off of a one-hop throw. And a huge first out here for Evansville to eliminate a runner from first base. Still a sacrifice situation, though, in a tie game. Runner on third with 1 out. Pitch was a strike, so 2-1 count here on Shadyfeld.
I'm shocked they didn't send Brodell home.
Shadyfeld goes after another fastball and gets a piece. Back up to 90 miles an hour. Yeah, I think so, too. I thought that's what the design was at first.
Yeah, especially with the confusion, the extra tag applied. It seems like an easy option there for Brodell to break.
And the one-hop throw, too, from Brown behind the plate.
Any bit of that, you think, just, being a rookie and being cautious?
Maybe. Would have loved to hear what the call was on that, though, from Didicola, the Florence third base coach. 1-2, beautiful breaking ball, but it's just a bit off the plate. Had a ton of movement on it. There's 2-2, so counts now full on Shadyfeld. Big pitch coming up. First and second base open. Payoff pitch is outside, ball 4, so he'll replace Brodell. Or excuse me, replace Baker over at first. Just an out now for the dangerous part of the lineup. Jackson Tucker, who's red hot, followed by Zeisler and Bobo.
Baker couldn't get it done. You think Shadyfeld tries a stab at it?
Maybe. I don't know after seeing how the first one went. I really, we talk about it a lot. These slick conditions, they can make it tough to slide. I think that's what we saw from Baker.
Baker doesn't, he hasn't stole many bases
That's true.
with Florence. Shadyfeld's obviously.
On the corners again with 1 out. Foul ball from Tucker. 2 for 5 day yesterday after another 2 for 5 day before. So He's 4 for his last 10 coming into this game. Well, got a single an inning ago in the third. He was the one that eventually came around to score after stealing second, taken off for third on a single from Hank Zeisler, so he got the easy wave around almost at third base by the time Zeisler hit the single. That's the one run for Florence so far. So he scored one. Can he drive in one? Already a couple of RBIs of the season.
You really got to score here before the fifth.
Well,
I think that's big. Obviously, the rain has held off decent.
Pxp sets at the belt, still awaiting the 0-1. Won't get it. Throw over to first base. Shady Felt didn't have his larger lead.
No, I think he's being a little bit more cautious over there on the jump. The slick conditions, you got to be careful on that quick twitch jump back. You don't want to slip and fall. Caught in no man's land. There he goes again.
Yeah, another throw over to first. Shady Felt doing his little jumps. And, can you really blame Pxp? Got his first out of the game by picking off Shady Felt over at first base.
Now he's got, already he's looked over twice. The next time it would have to get him.
Right.
Shady Felt might extend that a little bit.
Pxp's focus back home. 0-1 count. This one grounded right, and a diving play made. Throw to second is in time, but Tucker beats out the throw to first. It brings in a run. Tucker combining some contact with speed. Brodell scores. Florence takes the lead on an RBI 5-4 fielder's choice. It's 2-1 Florence here in the fourth.
Gotta love that from Jackson Tucker, just using the wheels and is able to get one.
Now could Zeisler add on? No runners in scoring position now. And Pxp does pick up that second out of the inning. Tucker now at first base. This one's hit through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Tucker will stop at second base. He had a late start there, but Zeisler's in at first. His second single of the day, third time on base. He's 2 for 2 with a walk.
He had a little matrix pivot there on the lead. He was a little shoulder back, let that ball go by and get into right field. Nice piece of hitting from Hank Zeisler.
Really a chance to try to get some insurance for Brendan Bobo now with first and second and 2 outs. He has himself a single today back in the first inning. That would have scored a run, most likely, if Shady Felt did not get picked off of first base. He's got 7 RBIs, as well as the team lead in long balls with 3 of them, all 3 in this homestand. He's first pitch swinging, fouling right towards new first base coach today, Sergio Gutierrez.
Zeisler's been on base all 3 times today.
Yep. The
2
walk
more
and the
hits,
2 singles.
an RBI, a walk.
We're keeping a close eye on those Florence franchise records for Hank Zeisler in a lot of different offensive categories. Pxp still trying to keep this a 1-run game going into the 5th. He's got 2 outs. And the 0-1 just catches a piece of the outside corner. That's a really good slider from Pxp.
Zeisler really closest to the runs, the all-time run record for Florence. That's what's you can check off first.
Set of the belt for the 0-2. Rotor takes off for third, actually just a stop and start. A little bit of a deke from Tucker as Bobo fouls it off his own ankle. 3 pitches in the AB, it's an 0-2 count. Florence now out hitting Evansville 7-3. They've brought a lot of offense again early into this game, as they have really for most of this homestand.
3 hits in the inning. Patting themselves a little bit there.
Yeah. Bobo still in an 0-2 hole here. He'll hit one, but right at the shift, it's picked up at second base. Easy throw for Jones. Out of first for out number 3. So they strand a couple, but not before Florence takes the lead. Some base running to help. An RBI fielder's choice for Jackson Tucker. As we head to the 5th inning, Florence 2, Evansville 1 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
This call for the Lights Only is brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends at Class Jewelers. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike, Florence for all your jewelry needs. Call them today at 859-525-7500.
Lights on. Saturday night, great vibes here at Thomas More Stadium. We're just trying to push away some rain. It's already come a little bit, maybe a little bit more in the forecast. Right now, though, Florence has got a lead as we have reached the 5th inning. So you'd love to keep this as long as you possibly can. Definitely get one more inning in. Westcott's first time pitching with a lead. He'll have to do it against the bottom third of the Evansville lineup. J.J. Cruz, T.J. Salvaggio, Jordan Byers.
He's pitching with the lead in the majority of the game last Saturday.
First pitch of the 5th inning comes in a uncompetitive fastball outside to Cruz, who's 0 for 1 with a pop-up to the shortstop. Third season for J.J. Cruz here in Evansville. Started about 80 of the 96 games for him last year at both spots of the left side of the infield. Westcott misses outside again, 2-0. 3 seasons sounds a lot to some of these guys. For Zach Westcott, he scoffs at that, though. Comes back with a 2-0 fastball right down the middle of the plate. Westcott has played with Florence, Joliet, Ottawa, Southern Illinois back when they were a franchise of Windy City. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball outside. Now 2-0, 2-2 after the 2 really good pitches from Westcott.
Well, the beer batter of the game, brought to you by Party Source.
Two, punched foul. Yep, you're right. J.J. Cruz, the 7-hitter today. So is the Party Source beer batter of the game. But of course, Party Source is your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit them at 95 Riviera Drive, Bellevue, Kentucky today. Cruz still a 2-2 count. Westcott goes after him. He hits one hard, deep to right. Bobo's backing up at the track. Tucker's there too. He leaps, and he makes the grab right at the warning track for the out. Jackson Tucker again covering some ground. This time showed off some athleticism with a little hop there too. That's probably the biggest scare we've had for Westcott so far in terms of long ball, but Cruz sat down. Now Salvaggio, 1 out, nobody on. He's first pitch swinging. Foul ball early on it. Third base coach has to get out of the way. Led off the 3rd inning with a double. He was the one that scored on the 4-6-3 double play. The lone run for Evansville today. Slow breaker right down the middle of the plate. A lot of movement on that from Westcott. 67 miles per hour on that.
Get used to it. He's been doing it for 11 seasons. They get fooled by it, man. It really is that switch up of speeds.
Puts him ahead of the count, 0-2 now. And despite his lack of walks today, he hasn't been ahead in every count. 0-2 changeup, couple of hops. Dylan Baker came up, stumbled, backed up, throws to first, 1 hop, and Zeisler picks it and applies the tag for out number 2.
That's a Can You Dig It scoop. Hank Zeisler dug that one. Can You Dig It too? Head over to Can You Dig It RC in Erlanger for hands-on remote control construction and 4x4 rock crawling fun. Visit us in store or book online at Can You Dig It RC. And they got the graphic up.
There we go. I think Zeisler did keep his foot on the bag there at first base too, so didn't need the tag, just in case. Jordan Byers though, 2 outs, nobody on.
A heck of a play there from Dylan Baker, by the way. I mean, a quick realize that he was, coming up on the ball. Immediately goes back, fields it right at the belt. A little still awkward on it, but much better than what I think he was going to have if he took a few more steps in, and then just, fires and uses the turf to its advantage.
Byers fouls the first pitch back. Scott's still looking for his first 1-2-3. Won't get it. Actually, he had one in the second there, too. So had 2 outs and nobody on with a 9-hitter. Byers at the plate, who has struggled this year, and he hit him. So Westcott's walked a couple and hit a batter today. Nothing terrible per se, but for his standards, that's a little bit of a lack of command. Now you have to face the top of the lineup, third time through. 2 outs in the inning, but Vyer's on first base. It's John Ponder. Florence with the 2-1 lead, top of the fifth. He's first pitch swinging. High to left. Brodell going back right in front of the track. He's looking up. That's carrying, and that ball's out of here. Evansville takes the lead on a 2-out, 2-run jack from John Ponder, his second of the season. Saw the first pitch of the at-bat, liked it, and just put some lumber into it. It's now 3-2, Evansville. Amani Jones, he's the one who hit the 2-run home run for Evansville yesterday to get him within 1, and he hits one high to left. This one, though, is going to stay in the ballpark. Bobo, a couple of steps up. I'll make the play for the third out. Westcott got the first 2 in order. Then he hit a batter, gave up a 2-run shot on back-to-back pitches. Evansville now leads 3-2, halfway home from Thomas More Stadium. Frontier League Network. Rain starting to come down here at Florence, and Ben Pxp's pitching with a lead for the first time in a couple of innings, courtesy of a 2-run bomb from John Ponder in the top of the fifth. And this fifth inning is important because the rain, again, is starting to come down. If Florence cannot score and try to tie things up, then you're in a really, really ugly position.
Yeah, it's certainly coming down harder than it has all game. It's just so classic. So classic that you would end up giving up the lead and all of a sudden the rain starts, coming down hard.
Well, for that to happen against Evansville, too, to the start of the season for Florence.
I will go to war to get this game finalized.
Richardson, 5-hitter today. Richardson, Broussard, Beadle, 5, 6, 7. Already the third time through the lineup for Pxp, but Florence, the 7 hits. They're out hitting Evansville by 3, just 2 runs on those 7 hits, though. Richardson, not one of them, 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. He's first pitch swinging. There it is, his first base hit of the game, the 8th for Florence, right through the middle of the infield. And Ponder picks it up, throws it back in. Leadoff single for Zane Richardson. Well, Pxp has not made it easy on himself. That is now the 5th inning, the 5th leadoff batter on.
8 hits, 2 runs for Florence. They have severely slacked on the offensive side today of getting runners in. They've stranded 2 runners on base in all 4 innings. They just have got the guys out there and not had the big hit to bring them in.
Garrett Broussard with a runner on first. And nobody out. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. The 2 RBIs today is a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning, and then Hank Zeisler's RBI single on what might have been a hit and run in the 3rd. Fastball up near the shoulders of Broussard. It's 2-0 now. This is tough. Now, the one thing for Florence is it's raining a lot harder now than it was at the top of the fifth. So this is a lot harder on Pxp than it was on Westcott, even despite the 2-run home run.
Yeah.
And he's thrown 2 balls after the leadoff single for Zade Richardson. That's the only 3 pitches he's thrown this inning. 2-0, fastball does catch a piece at the top part of the zone. Trackman says that barely caught a piece.
I do see actually a plane fly over here. It'll be the first time I've seen a plane for this Bop Arrow promotion.
2-1, check swing and a pitch inside, and Broussard takes his time. It's a pitch in the zone, so count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still no official at bat for the Florence third baseman. He's walked twice after a 1-for-5 day yesterday. Scored 1 of the 5 runs. Pxp, no look at first. He just comes home with a 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That's just the second backwards K for Florence today. First time Broussard's down on strikes, 1 out of the inning. I don't know if you look into this too much, Rory. I don't know if I have seen a single breaking ball since this rain started from Pxp in this fifth.
That's a fair point. Rain is coming down sideways. We've got napkins flying onto the field.
Flying napkins right now. First pitch now comes into Zach Beadle as a foul ball off his bat. And this is an ugly condition. Again, you don't have to worry about the field with, turf here.
What's crazy is I still don't think it's like actually coming down like hard.
You think it's just the combination of the wind a little bit?
Yeah.
There's like 4 napkins in the infield right now. 0-1, Beadle, chopper to the right side. There's almost nobody there, but a long run at second for Jones, and he makes a great play. That one, at seeing eyes, looked like it was going to get to right field the whole way.
Wow.
But Jones speeds up to it to record the second out. Does get the game-tying run into scoring position.
That's a heck of a play there from Jones. I thought that was through all the way. Really just hung up for him. You don't see that often on a ground ball.
I think everybody's waiting for this last out of the 5th inning, and then I think they will pause the game for the time being.
Well, hopefully Brodell goes deep here, and we'll see if Evansville still thinks that way.
Here it is, Brodell in a 3-2 game. Florence trailing. And the bottom of the 5th, runner on second, 2 outs. There's that breaking ball. Couldn't get it anywhere near the zone. It's a ball. I mean, look at wait till you get back to the center field cam on the HTN broadcast.
Oof.
I mean, you're really banking on a lot of me painting the color here. Throws a 1-0 pitch, change up inside. Man, oh man.
Yeah, center field. Ben, unfortunately, you are the intern, so you actually have to go out to center and clear that off. You want to talk about the wind whipping? A dead center right now is where I would go if I'm Brodell.
Well, he started this count 2-0. I don't know if he wants to swing. He will ground one to the right side. Jones past his glove. They're going to wave around the runner. And Richardson will come around to score standing an RBI single with 2 outs for Marcus Brodell. Could have been Florence's last chance. We have a tie game here at the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-3.
I'll take it. Great piece of hitting there from Brodell. Just seems like a big hole on the right side in the last 2 at-bats. Monty Jones not able to get to that one.
Somebody wants a wet T-shirt.
Give one to Gabe right there.
Gabe gets a T-shirt. You gotta give a reward to those sticking out this way. There are some people still in the stands. Baker goes after the first pitch into foul territory. Catcher, first baseman can't find it. It bounces just in foul territory.
This game's wild.
Well, I mean, Florence still has the go-ahead run on first base. The bottom of the 5th isn't over. You're asking a lot from Dylan Baker here, who is 1 for 1 with the hit by pitch and then that bunt single. Really pretty bunt in the 4th. Florence has scored 1 in each of the last 3 innings. The offense starting to come around a little bit. This would be a really poor time to have this game, delayed.
Yeah. Y'all's team started getting some good action right now. Everyone retreating over there.
Breaking ball just way outside to even the count 1-1. Well, Brodell does run pretty well over at first base. Pxp set for the 1-1. Rounder. This should be an easy one right at shortstop. It's a flip from Salvaggio over to Jones for out number 3. That does it for 5. We'll get official word after this, but Florence ties it. This could have been dangerous territory if they couldn't get the 1 run, but with 2 outs, Marcus Brodell delivers. It's 3-3 going to the 6th. Stick around for an update right here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
So we are going to have our first rain delay of the season, always brought to you by Arc Encounter. Obviously, Arc Encounter has been the rain delay partner for our past few seasons as well. Tarp is going out onto the mound, and we'll have an update for you when action does return here at Thomas More Stadium. It's a 3-3 ball game in the top of the 6th. You can pretty much count out the starters returning if this does, take a little bit of time here. I'd assume the night is done for Zach Westcott and Ben Pxp. We'll see if this game does get put in today. Dark clouds covering the sky right now. I don't see a hole. And the rain is still coming down sideways. So we'll see what we can do in terms of today. Maybe it ends up, getting finished tomorrow. But, obviously now it's a tie game, so you can't end up in a tie here in the Frontier League. So we're excited, to see what unfolds at Thomas More Stadium. Just stay tuned to y'all's social media, and we'll also probably pop back in here if the game does continue today or does not continue today. Either way, just stay tuned, and hopefully some more Florence Y'all's baseball coming up. Whoa, whoa, yes, 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 yes. Extremely loud, extremely loud. Um, game, games canceled. Game, yep, game is going to be postponed. I'm assuming to tomorrow. Um, so this one, it's obviously tied right now in the top of the sixth, and we will be moving to tomorrow. Okay. Yep, you got it. I'm ready. Rugby on cam here. What do you say, everybody? We're back here in the Florence Y'all's broadcast booth. That is going to do it for us tonight. The game has been postponed. I'm assuming just going to be resumed tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow we aren't playing the Evansville Otters. Once again, that is the good piece that we'll be able to still resume it tomorrow. But for tonight, that's going to do it for us. It is a 3-3 tie in the top half of the sixth inning. So you get some extra baseball tomorrow. We'll resume that game in the top of the sixth. That's going to do it for Zach Westcott, presumably. He's going to come back tomorrow and throw. But that'll do it tonight. And then you'll have our game that's originally scheduled probably 45 minutes, I would say, after that game. Just stay tuned to the Y'all social media pages. Florence_Y'alls on Twitter will have everything, as well as the Florence Y'alls Instagram page. So stay tuned to that for the exact plan. But in the ways we've done it in the past, usually just resume it tomorrow and then follow that originally scheduled game immediately after. That's going to be someone from the bullpen, obviously trying to leg out what is going to be a 3-3 game in the top of the sixth. Florence had just tied it up off a Marcus Brodell single, and luckily he did, because that would have ended the fifth inning, and at that point they could have called that game. So, and now that it's a tie, you will still be able to play it, and obviously it is just advantageous that we're able to do it tomorrow instead of having to wait until a later series when you are facing the Evansville Otters again. And it's also good that it happens in the month of May when you have a full season ahead of you to start and make up these games. Either way, we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you are still hanging on there on Home Team Network or the Florence Y'alls radio stream, you guys are some serious troopers, and unfortunately that will just do it for us tonight. Saw some good things. 5 innings from Zach Westcott I thought was very good. And, the offense was able to hit around Pxp, although, you don't see if he's, chased from this game, but like 9 hits for Florence. Stranded some runners on for sure, and that's got to be addressed. But still, we're able to hit around and make some good things happen on offense, and ultimately tie this game in the bottom of the fifth and in crunch time. So. Signing off from Florence. We'll resume it tomorrow. Again, that should be a 1:07 start, I would assume. That's the originally scheduled game. We'll just resume this game at 1:07 tomorrow on Sunday. Family Fun Day Sunday, Bark in the Park as well. Bring the whole family down to Thomas More Stadium. We'd be happy to have you and watch some good Florence Y'alls baseball. Saying so long for tonight. I've been Rory Tettemer. That's Ben Howler. Thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a good night. Perfect. Thank you.